With that, we're then ready to run this tool. Again, not with Docker, but instead just with Python, or as it's called here, without Docker, simply. And here you see which commands you must execute in the terminal or command prompt based on which operating system you are on. This command here on Linux and Mac OS, and this command here on Windows. So here in that terminal where I did navigate into this AutoGPT folder, I will run the Mac OS command since I here am on Mac OS. Again, if you are on Windows, definitely run this command instead, or whichever command is shown to you in the documentation at the point of time you're watching this video. Definitely take a look at that documentation because, as I mentioned, this AutoGPT tool is changing and evolving all the time. So definitely take a look at the documentation when you're viewing this video to make sure you got all the latest configuration and you're running it in the correct way. Now, once you run that command, you might get an error that the Python command is not found. And in that case, I recommend that you search for Python create virtual environment and you walk through the steps you find on this official Python documentation page to create a virtual environment in that AutoGPT folder. Again, with the command they recommend for your system, for example, this command here for Windows. Alternatively, you should be able to create such a virtual environment right from inside Visual Studio Code if you view the command palette there, and there you search for Python create environment and you execute this command. Choose a Python version, and you don't need to check this box and click OK. And once you did that, here in Visual Studio Code, you can open a new terminal, and this should now automatically use this virtual Python environment. And with that available here, you should then be able to run this command. In my case here, run.sh. This then goes ahead and typically first installs a couple of dependencies that are used under the hood by AutoGPT. And this process can take a while. And once it's done with that, it should also start the tool. Now, the exact output you're seeing then will also very likely change over time, but you should see something thereafter. In my case here, some news, and I'll just press enter to continue here. And with that, it then goes ahead and starts.